Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be taking a pair, breaking it down both from an order flow and technical perspective. And by the end of the video, by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move. And in doing this analysis, I will provide as much free education as possible. So I really suggest that you stick to the video to the end. So without further ado, let's go straight to the charts. In today's video, I want to speak about AUDCHF because at the moment we do have quite interesting price action and structure. Starting here on the monthly, in fact, what we can see is that we just got the completion of this impulse correction, an impulse pattern to the downside, after which we could expect a correction. Specifically, we could expect a correction all the way up to this previous monthly support turned resistance, because always remember, no market just moves in a straight line. From time to time, you will have impulses and corrections. So here on the monthly, what we could expect is a short-term correction before then more potential bearish continuation. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, we can notice how the structure has now been broken to the upside. In fact, if we look closely, we can see an impulse to the downside, correction, break below, and now break back above. Now, when you have a situation like this where it might not appear very clear to identify structure, there is always a quick trick that you can use, which is going here and shifting to a line chart. If you do this, you will be able to quickly identify the structure by looking at the angles that the market creates. And as we can see here, where I have placed this horizontal array, this is where we have the previous resistance turn support. And if we switch back to candles, we can see how, in fact, last week we had a close back above this level. Currently, we are retesting it as support, and the market is supposed to respect it as support and create a potential rejection to the upside. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, from a daily perspective, what we can notice is that we did have the creation of this W formation. Now, after this W, we wanted to see a move to the downside and completion at the neckline. That is, in fact, exactly what the market has now given us. So at the moment, after the completion of the W, by definition, we are testing the neckline of the W formation, which is previous daily resistance, now turned support. This was also the previous support, which was turned resistance here. So at the moment, what we're actually testing is this previous support from which this move to the upside was created, which was broken to the downside, retested here, respected as resistance, broke above, so turned once again into support, and currently we are retesting it as support, from which there would be the possibility to see a rejection to the upside. We can also see how we have an impulse and correction, and in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, what you have to do is take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse, and we can see how the market has already touched the 0.618, which is the golden ratio of the Fibonacci taken on the impulse, which is the Fibonacci level to which most of the times the market will provide a correction to before then printing the continuation higher. So from here, there is definitely the possibility for a potential rejection to the upside. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes to the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, and we check the data for the AUD, we can see how with the last reports, net positions on the AUD have been increasing. We went from a very negative minus 60k net positioning with 92k shorts and 32k longs, all the way up to having now minus 35k net positions, with shorts getting decreased from 92k to 68k and longs getting increased from 25k to 33k. So the AUD is getting very strong. If we go and see what we have on the CHF, we can see how the CHF has been decreasing its net positions, going from minus 2k to minus 7k. So CHF is getting weak, AUD is getting strong, so there is definitely the possibility for this potential rejection to the upside, considering that from an institutional perspective, we are aligned for a potential move higher. So both technicals and fundamentals are indicating for a potential move to the upside. So how we could be approaching this move? Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the downside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we would have to an intraday bullish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bearish to bullish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for this potential move to the upside and completion of this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the bullish side. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and this kind of things, that is all part of the mentorship program, which you can find at transparentfxtrading.com. Here you have the possibility to gain access to my entire course with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. And if you scroll lower, you pass the testimonials, you will see that at the moment I'm running a special promotion in which there is a big upfront discount on the mentorship program price. And since I have partnered with the forex broker Blueberry Markets, if you open an account with them from the student dashboard after you joined, you can get a full refund credited back into your trading account. And if you scroll lower, you will see that at the moment there is still time to join with this offer before the timer goes to 0. However, spots are limited, so if they get filled before the timer goes to 0, the offer will end anyway. So I really suggest that you take advantage directly from here, since you can join and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout. So definitely looking forward to have you on board. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. And I will see you in my next video.